1 week after the 109th Giro d'Italia started in Neseba in Bulgaria, it reached the mountains at last, and a massive day of racing for stage 7 between Formia and Blockaus. 245 kilometres, incredibly long for a Grand Tour stage. And then the small matter of the climb of Blockaus at the end of it. Nearly 14 kilometres in length, average gradient 8.4%. Afonso Eulalio still in the Maglia Rosa. Would he be able to hang on to it on the mighty Blockaus? His lead was still strong. But it would be a lead that he'd need to keep over the likes of Jonas Vingegaard on the day that he was expected to challenge. Remarkably, the first rider to attack to get into the breakaway and form it was a man who would stay there, Jonathan Milan, the Italian Lidl Trek rider, in company of Nicolas Zukowski. There was Milan. Tim Naberman was there too. Diego Sevilla, the King of the Mountains wearer, and Yardi Christian Vandeli, that man right there for EF Education. Jonas Vingegaard relaxed, and Jonathan Milan winning the Maglia Ciclamino sprint in Venafro about halfway through the stage. Then the climbing began. Great to see one of the world's best sprinters working hard in a breakaway on a mountains day too. A little bit of anger maybe in the legs of Jonathan Milan at not yet having got that stage win. He's looking good though. That left 4 out front, including Diego Sevilla, of course, in that King of the Mountains jersey, who was there for one reason: to pick up more points in the Maglia Azzurra jersey. Nicolas Zukowski, as the day went on, was looking stronger and stronger. The Canadian for Pinarello, Q36.5 in the breakaway. Definitely the climbing amongst the best of them. And Diego Sevilla made the most of the opportunity to add points to his Maglia Azzurra jersey in the mountains classification, taking 18 points on top of Roccaraso with 78 kilometres to go. The peloton with the Maglia Rosa, Afonso Eulalio right at the front. Then the rain started as we started to get to the slightly higher altitudes heading for Blockaus. And Diego Sevilla himself recreating his very own Igor Arrieta moment on the descent, not going through the tape this time though, and recorrecting sensibly in the dry, thankfully. He did get back into the break. It was Tim Naberman going first from the breakaway, leaving these 3 out front, led by, as I say, the very strong-looking Nicolas Zukowski, the Canadian. Yardi Christian Vandeli was also looking good, but it was becoming more obvious who of these two were the stronger. Zukowski survived to the Red Bull kilometre, taking the 6 seconds there, ahead of Yardi Christian Vandeli, and Diego Sevilla also survived, but all 3 of them by themselves. It was Red Bull-BORA-hansgrohe who led the bunch over, but that bunch itself was already starting to disintegrate. The gap to these two was coming right down. 10k to go, though. Yardi Christian Vandeli still leading. And they could see the mighty Blockaus up in front of them. It was Visma Lisa bikes, Davide Piganzoli, doing a long turn to whittle down that leading group. Just before Sepp Kuss did the same too. Egan Bernal was going out of the back of that leading group too. The net company Ineos, man, not looking on a good day. Piganzoli had done his last little bit. Sepp Kuss then went as well. Jai Hindley was sitting in behind Jonas Vingegaard, and Vingegaard looking into the eyes of Jai Hindley too. Afonso Eulalio either choosing to sit at his own pace or getting dropped from that group. Make your own mind up, but this is what happened at the front. At the end of the mighty climb of Blockaus, it was Jonas Vingegaard completing the trilogy of stage wins in the 3 Grand Tours. This, of course, his Giro d'Italia debut. Felix Gall only 13 seconds behind. He'd been tracking Vingegaard all the way up Blockaus. A brilliant climb by him. Jai Hindley rolling back the years to his last win here too, when he outsprinted his compatriots in that breakaway. And Afonso Eulalio with a brilliant defence of the Maglia Rosa. He would continue wearing it after this. But the man who'd taken back big time, Jonas Vingegaard. Respect between those two men. There was the stage result. Jonas Vingegaard with a very close Felix Gall just behind him. Afonso Eulalio's lead has been cut, but he's still in the Maglia Rosa going into this weekend. Jonas Vingegaard now leads by 1 point in the King of the Mountains competition, which seemed a little harsh for Sevilla after all the work he's done. He'll be in that jersey tomorrow. The best young rider, of course, is the race leader, Afonso Eulalio. And Paul Magnier still leads the Maglia Ciclamino competition as well. So make sure you join us this weekend.